I want you to imagine this leper moving through the crowd. It's an unreal scene. He sits down, and look what the scripture says. He kneels down, imploring him, literally begging Jesus, begging him, crying out to him. And here's why he did that. He knew, he understood, he realized the reality of his situation. He was doomed to die a lonely death in a cave somewhere, buried with criminals, unless he was healed. I think about our Christianity, I think about our faith when I read that passage. I think about my own life. And I think that every Christian, if you're a Christian, there had to become a time where you realized your nature without Jesus. You realized your relationship with God and the desperate situation that you were in apart from Christ. I think that every Christian had to come to a point like this where we basically come to Jesus and we implore and we literally beg. Now here's the thing, is that Jesus is going to make a son out of a beggar. And that's the beauty of the gospel. And here's where it gets even more beautiful, is that it wasn't the begging that made him a son, you see. It was just grace. Do you catch that? In other words, the leper wasn't healed because he was begging. He wasn't healed because he was on his knees. He wasn't healed because he was sorry enough. He was healed because Jesus took pity on him, had grace on him, mercy. That's the gospel. Notice how the beggar doesn't say, if I beg enough or if I have enough faith, then I will be healed. He says, if you are willing. And it's a picture of our faith. It's a picture of the gift of grace that Jesus has given us. Those of you who put your faith in him, it's because of grace, not because of begging. And yet we come begging, and Jesus lifts the beggar up. He touches him and he says, I will be clean. That's what he did with you. And immediately all your sin is washed away. God makes sons out of beggars, not because we begged, but because of grace.